I was all excited. I got an ET Max in the mail. I was all super excited about it, and I realized I gotta get this thing down like 2 flights of stairs. It's like 150 pounds. I changed my mind. I hate it. Alright, never mind. I got it down the stairs without dying. I love it again. Alright. I have to freaking... I don't have a dolly, so I gotta kitty corner walk it. One piece at a time. All the way to the backyard. I hate it. Alright. I got it in the backyard. I love it. I love it. Beautiful day. It's gonna be 75, 80 degrees. Of course, just got off a overnight shift, so I'm pretty tired. But I don't really have a choice. I need to be awake. I should be riding in this kind of weather, but I got bigger fish to fry because today the ET Max has arrived. Alien rats. Ooh, okay, so very first thing, this Velcro is way better than the Velcro that they sent Nick on his. Nick's was like felt. This is like actually Velcro. Okay, good. I bought some Velcro thinking that I was going to get the same crappy felt, which was literally dangerous. But they already upgraded it. Excellent job. Alright, before we get going too far, let's just start this video off by saying thank you to the boys over at Alien Rides. They sent me out this wheel to test and check out, so I really appreciate it. That's amazing. So if you guys want to see, hopefully in the future, more opportunities of me checking out wheels, because I'm hoping to have this thing for a little while here, I'm going to make a ton of videos on it, give you all my thoughts and opinions and whatever on the wheel. If you guys want to support me and the channel, the best way to do so is to just like and subscribe to these videos, watch them all the way to the end, leave me a little comment, and if you really want to go above and beyond, if you do plan on purchasing any unicycles, scooters, any of that stuff, if you use the affiliate link in the description, I do get a small kickback from the boys over at Alien Rides. Any proceeds that are generated from that affiliate link get spent on the channel, so you'll see more content. Actually, I had about $100 on there. So one of the things I bought recently here for the channel, grizzle fairings. We'll do a whole separate video on those. Alright, so right on top of the box here is the spec sheet. And of course, all unicycle riders are suckers for the spec sheet. So let's go over it real quick. Product size, 20 inches, referring to the tire, 20-inch tire. Dimensions, blah, blah, blah. Height, blah, blah, blah. Who cares about that stuff? The tire size is a 90-90-14, so that's good. It's got a big old tire on it. I'm wondering if I can get a bigger tire on there. Let's see. Net weight, 49 kilograms. What's that in American units? Like 100 pounds? Something like that. What's it, 2.2 times a kilogram? Yeah, it's like 100 pounds. Let's see, it's got LED lights, Bluetooth speaker, no speaker. It's got headlights. It has a GX20 3-pin charging. It's only got one charge port, but that one charge port is rated to charge at 20 amps. 20 amps on that thing, and that is what the big advantage of the ET Max is that 20 amp charging. That's 3,300 watts, 33 and change. 3,300 watt charging. That's crazy. That is, considering it's only a 3,000 watt hour wheel, that is a full charge in less than an hour from zero. So that's pretty amazing. And the fact that it's rated for that, so it's not even like we're pushing the wheel, like that's what it's designed to do. So, I mean, somebody out there, I'm sure, is going to see how far they can push that. Is a 168 volt 5 amp stock charger. I do have a Roger charger. I'm sure you guys have seen the famous Roger chargers. Fast charging, so I can charge this thing at 20 amps. Coming, it won't be here till Wednesday though. Boo. But that's fine. Love it. I'm gonna have full charging capabilities, because how can I test an ET Max if I can't charge it at 20 amps? I'm gonna charge this thing at 20 amps
as often as I can, as many times as I can, just so that we can get a test on, like, how is there any degradation? Is there any problems with the 20 amp charging? It might burn my house down. Find out. But I'm going to charge it at 20 amps nonstop. Because it says it's rated for it, so it should be able to handle it, right? 4,500 watt tile type high torque motor. I don't know what the hell that means. They're always throwing new terms out there. It's supposed to be super duper strong. Battery type 21700 50S batteries. That's the good stuff. The new Samsungs, the 50S, they have both the high range and high discharge, best of both worlds. The one supposed downside to the 50S batteries is the fact that they do degrade faster, but that's at maximum use case, like at 25 amp continuous discharge per parallel. This wheel is a 4 parallel wheel, I believe. So that would be 100 amp discharge, start to finish, nonstop. I mean, I don't think we're actually going to be doing it anyway. We'll see, but I don't think we're doing 100 amp discharge. I ride quick. I don't ride that fast. Suspension, 130 millimeter travel. We'll see. I'll have to play with the suspension. I played with Nix for a while, and I didn't get to play with it that much, so we'll see. The controller is an 8 parallel 48 MOSFET 1200 amp controller. 8 parallel 48 MOSFET 1200 amp. Oh, wait a minute now, because this is only a 4 parallel wheel, isn't it? 6,000 watt-hour wheel incoming from Begode. That's a little hint there for you, I think. An 8 parallel 48 MOSFET 1200 amp controller. Okay. Okay, I don't think I've heard anyone talk about that. It says right here on the spec sheet. We're all suckers for the specs. 8 parallel controller. 8 parallels. Don't forget it. Don't forget about it. You heard that here on Go George Go First. 8 parallel controller from Begode on 168 volts. That's 3,000 watt hours, boys. I mean, I'm sorry, 6,000 watt hours. Oh. Free spin speed 150 kilometers per hour in off-road and 150 to 180 on race mode. I don't know what that means. What's that? 80 miles an hour or something like that? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so the under voltage power alarm is 128 volts, and the tilt back, so it'll kick you off at 124 volts. That's good to know, because I had no idea what the voltage range on these 168 volt wheels was. And of course, when we measure battery, we only really care about the voltage. We don't really care what percentages say. So 128 volts, it's going to start beeping at you. 124 volts, it kicks you off. Okay, I like that. That's actually pretty close to each other. On the EX30, it's a pain in the freaking ass because it's 106 volts it starts beeping at you, I think. And 96 volts it kicks you off. There's 10 volts there between it starting to complain and it kicking you off. I rarely go below 106 volts because I hate the thing beeping. This, only 4 volt difference. And with a higher voltage, it's even lower, like percentage-wise. So, yeah, I think that's actually, honestly, an upgrade, right? Because it starts beeping at you as soon as you hit those PWM alarms anyway. Do I really need 10 volts of it being like, hey, at 10 volts, I'm going to kick you off? It's a lot of range that it starts beeping at you on the EX30, whereas this, it will not. So that's good. All right, enough of the specs. Let's get our hands on this bad boy.
Oh, okay. The styrofoam is off. Oh, baby. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Look, this is more translucent than I realized. Huh. Look at that. Looky dokey. Yeah, you can see right through that. I didn't realize this was so plastic. For some reason, I thought this was a metal top. Apparently, it is not. Alright, here's a look at the charger. 168 5 volt. 168 volt 5 amp. Yeah, unfortunately, Alien Rides ran out of the 168 volt fast chargers, so I couldn't get one of those. Like I said, though, I ordered a Roger charger so that we can do this up right. I want to see if I can steal Nick's charger for the next 2 days. Nick has a fast charger, and he don't ride wheels. Nick's too fat to ride wheels. Alright, so here are the pads, I actually like these pads. I was using them on Nick's. I did about 100 miles so far on an ET Max. Really love it already. Huge fan. But I like these pads. They're actually not bad. They're some of the best stock pads, if not the best stock pads I've seen on a unicycle. They did it right? They got the multiple pieces. They're adjustable, Velcro to the sides. Definitely a fan. Oh, look, I already made a seat prototype for the ET Max. I printed this way too hard, though, honestly. It's 5 walls and 12% infill, and it is a rock. The print got a little screwy on the top here from the supports, too, from the stringing. So I gotta fix that. I'm gonna print it a little bit softer. We'll see, though. Hopefully this fits, and we can at least play with it for now. Alright, we get it out of the box. Oh, baby. This thing. This crap. Alright, ET Max. As always, whenever you get a Begode wheel, they're going to come in transport mode. There's 2 buttons down here underneath. You want to, what do? You hold the button on the left and power it on. Something like that. No, you press it, that's what it is. The button on the left, you press the button on the left 5 times and then power it on. Or you power it on, you press the button on the left 5 times, power it off, power it back on, and it works. Something like that. Let's see. Alright, button on the right turns it on. It's not working. Press the button to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we turn off with the button to the right. Turn it back on. Didn't work. Alright, hold on, let me try it again. Oh, there we go. Okay, I had it reversed. You hold the button to the left, and you hit the power button 5 times. Turn it off, turn it on, and she bounces. I knew I'd get it right eventually. You just keep spamming some combination of holding buttons and pressing them 5 times, and the wheel works. Alright, well, it's got this trolley handle, which is totally gaff. It is like, look, oh, that is so stiff. That's crazy. This must be over tightened or something. This is so stiff. Doesn't matter. It's never ever going to get used because I'm going to put a seat on it immediately. In fact, let's see if this seat I designed mocks up nicely. It's close, but this is too... It's not angled enough here. There's a big gap there. Alright, well, we gotta slightly redesign the seat. It's almost correct, but there's a big gap between here. And of course, the camera died right in the middle of me filming this thing. That's alright, we're just gonna get some glamour shots now of the ET Max. It's a sexy wheel, I'll give it that. That's pretty much gonna be it for the unboxing video here. Next up, I'm going to make a video on the ET Max setup. So basically, you got it out of the box, you turned it so it's balancing. What do you do next, right? And then we'll also, I think what we'll do is we will open it up and just take a look inside, see what we got going on for a controller and stuff. Probably won't pull the batteries off, but that's fine. Yeah. So that's going to be this video, guys. Be sure to follow the channel to see the setup video, which is what I'm going to do right now. We get the Velcro on it, we'll set up the suspension coil, and then we'll set my pads up and go into UC World, change our settings, and get this thing ready to ride. Alright. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Really appreciate you watching. As always, ride safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.